it's Donna again with Resale Tips and Tales, and I'm here again to bring you my favorite 15 sales from last week. So go ahead and get started. I have a lot of fun things to share with you today. The first thing here is a Neiman Marcus 100% cashmere sweater. It's a men's sweater, but cashmere still sells really well on eBay. So any brand I've sold for cashmere, it doesn't matter if it's name brand or not, but Neiman Marcus is a very good brand. I only paid $1 for this and I sold it for $20, so very nice profit on that one. This next one here looks like a common polo Ralph Lauren shirt, but what makes it unique is the big logo P on the front and how decorative it is. So that's what caught my eye for this polo shirt. The regular Ralph Lauren polo shirts don't typically sell that well, but this one I only paid $4.79 and I sold it for $18. So that was another good sale. I just recently sold another one that's like an ash blue color, and that one sold really well for me. It was like $24.99 full price, which was great. So, but typically they don't sell that well if they're just basic polo shirts. This one here is a Meech, M-I-C-H-E purse. As you can tell by now, I have a hard time pronouncing the names of some of these. This was a home sales type of purse line, and what it was is a basic base purse, and then you can buy the magnetic shells for them. They sell pretty well for me. Other sellers, they don't, but for me, they seem to sell well. I got this at a church flea market for $3, and I just recently sold it for $15. And I've had that one for almost a year now, so again, a video coming soon on a trick to get rid of your old stale inventory, so hopefully I'll bring that to you guys soon. The next thing here is another Ralph Lauren. This one is a sport brand, and you may have seen this on a previous video of mine a few weeks ago. What caught my eye about it was the name spelled out across the chest, the polo. A lot of people like the name in your face, but when I went to take pictures of it, I noticed that there were little holes around where the sleeve, where your hands go into the kangaroo pouch on the front. So I thought, oh, that stinks. I'm not gonna get as much for it, but for $1.59 is what I paid for it, and I sold it for $15. So I at least made my money. I made a little bit of a profit on it. This next item was on the same day that I bought the red polo zip-up hoodie. I only paid $1.92 for it. It's a nature kaleidoscope kit for children to make. It had like glass marbles in it and dried flowers, so it was pretty neat. Thankfully my daughter didn't find it before I sold it, but I only, like I said, I paid $1.92 for it, and I sold that for $24.99, so that was a pretty nice flip there. This next is another bag. I had never heard of this brand before, but it caught my eye in the store. They had it hanging in the baby department. I guess they thought that they were diaper bags. I bought two on the same day, but this is the first one I've sold. I paid $5.98 for it. The brand is Dakine, D-A-K-I-N-E, and it's like a purple green plaid, and I sold that for $25. So that was pretty nice. Now, I did notice when I brought that home that it had a little bit of a musty smell to it. So I sat it out in a bathroom with laundry sheets, the dryer sheets that you can get, just real cheap ones. I sat it out for a few weeks and put a whole bunch of those inside of it, and it took the smells away. So that was a pretty neat trick that you could use. This next item was in my inventory for a while. They're Aldo wood brown sandals. I kind of had like a woven pattern on the top. You can hear my daughter Kyla. Sorry about that. I've had these since 2016, and come here, Kyla. At that time, I paid $6.27 for them, thinking the Aldo brand.
Hey,
Say hi.
hi.
Was a really good brand, but I only sold it for $12, but I've had it for 2 years. So it kind of was a good deal for me to be able to move that old inventory out. Okay, the next thing here is, I thought a little funny. I went to the Goodwill and got a whole bunch of stuff. Get up to the register, and he's bagging everything up, and he picks up this tote. It's a Cheyenne River Indian Outreach, but it has wolves on it. It's just a regular grocery shopper that you would buy at the store. But I didn't want to keep it, so I thought I'll just list it. I got it for free, put some of my stuff in it, and I took off with it. So I sold this recently for $7. So I thought it was free for me anyway, so it's money in my pocket. So I thought that was pretty neat. This next item here, took a little bit of a gamble on it, but I knew it was a hot item at Christmas time. It's a Lovabella responsive baby doll, and I bought this one too because it has the dark brown hair, so I didn't know if that would sell better. It honestly was about $21.17, so $21.17. So it was a little bit expensive, but it was open box. But these retail for about $75, so I thought I probably can at least make my money back. I just recently sold it for $45 plus shipping, so I still made a really nice profit on that, about $20 after all the fees and things. So that was pretty worth it. The next thing here is also kind of interesting. These are Under Armour. They're a nice sweatpant, but it has like an ash color is what I call it, gray, and they're tapered at the bottom. I just recently sold these a few weeks ago, and the buyer contacted me that they didn't fit them. Well, thankfully, I charged shipping on this item, and they returned it with eBay. If it doesn't fit, then the buyer is responsible for all of the shipping costs. So they returned it, and then I just resold it. So I still made my money on it. Originally, I paid $5.62 for it, and I sold it for $22.99. So that was nice. These next few shoes, I'll list 3 of them here, are all by the same brand, and I love this brand. It's Brooks running shoes. This first one here is the Brooks Glycerin 13. They're beautiful, like black and purple color. I only paid $6 for those and sold them for $29.99. The next one are these really pretty blue Brooks Glycerins, 11, and those were men's, and those I bought for $6 and sold for $30. And then the last one I have here is a Brooks Adrenaline ASR, and they're like a gray and yellow color. And those I paid only $3.52, and I sold them for $29.99. So you can see why I really like these shoes. I find it interesting that people wear used running shoes, but then I always think maybe they're training for a marathon or some sort of mud runner. Those are really popular, and they like the Brooks shoes, but they don't want to spend $100 on shoes for training purposes or for those mud runs. So I think that's pretty neat. This next one here you may have seen on my video a few weeks ago, same brand, it's the Brooks, but they're really interesting because they're a leopard print. They're like a gray and white, so I thought that's really interesting. I've never seen any of them with that. Did a little research. It's called Urban Jungle, but of course I put it in as leopard print as well. And for those I only paid $5.96. Can you sit down, sweetie? And I sold them for $60 for a best offer. So I thought that was just awesome. And I only sold them within like 30 minutes of listing them. So that was a really nice quick flip. I didn't have them listed for very long either. The next items here, the first one is a Ralph Lauren piano holographic belt. It was for children, but it just caught my eye because it was so neat. And after I researched it, I realized it was Ralph Lauren. So I thought it's for sure gonna sell. Well, interesting enough, I didn't get a lot of money for it, but it ended up going to the United Kingdom. So I wanted to share it with you to show you that shipping internationally is totally worth it. Some people are scared of it, but eBay has a new program, well, newer within the last few years, called the Global Shipping Program. And if you go through them, it's basically insured to get there, and they kind of help you with the protection and the shipping of the items. This other item here is a Mickey Mouse lamp. I was really excited about this. When I did some research on eBay, I think originally it had a stained glass top to it, the lampshade, but this one just had a paper lampshade to it. But I thought for the price I paid, I only paid $1 for it, and that sold for $35, and that's also going to the United Kingdom. So I thought that was interesting. I had 2 in 1 week for the United Kingdom. So don't be afraid to do those international sales. Another one that went overseas for me is this Karen Scott. It's a Christmas, and it has these embroidered teddy bears around it. So first of all, it was old inventory, and it was Christmas. And here we are in February when I'm making this video, and it's sold. And that one's going to Japan. So, you know, keep the international sales and the shipping on there because you're broadening yourself to the entire world. So why not, right? There are certain countries you might have issues with. You need to do some research on that. Some countries you don't want to ship to. But like I said, keep your options open. So that's all I have for you guys this week. So hopefully you got some interesting tidbits about shipping internationally, certain brands that you can use. Don't be afraid to sell that old inventory and the free stuff sitting around your house. So get on out there and happy thrifting. See you next time.